Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into augmented reality. We've got this really great report here, and we're going to try and get a clear picture.
Yeah, figure out what AR actually is, how it all works, the exciting stuff happening across different industries, and maybe peek into the future a bit.
Exactly. Cut through the noise, get to the core of it. Sound good.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
Okay, first things first. What is augmented reality? Sometimes it gets mixed up with VR and other things.
Right. Good place to start. So AR basically takes your view of the real world and it layers digital information on top in real time.
Like graphics or sound.
Yeah, graphics, sounds, could be data, information overlays. The key is it enhances the real world. It doesn't replace it.
Okay, so that's the difference with VR, virtual reality.
Exactly. VR completely shuts out the real world, puts you in a totally digital space. Think, those big headsets.
Gotcha. And then there's MEMR, mixed reality.
Uh-huh. Mixed reality is, well, it's often seen as like a more advanced AR. The virtual objects aren't just overlaid. They can actually seem to interact with your real surroundings.
Interesting.
But honestly, the lines are getting pretty blurry, especially as AR tech gets better and better.
Right. Makes sense. So how does AR actually make this happen? What's the tech behind the curtain?
It's a combo, really. Hardware and software working together.
Okay, hardware first.
Sure. You need cameras, obviously, and sensors. Things like motion sensors, sometimes depth sensors, GPS stuff to understand the environment.
And processors to handle all that data?
Yep. Powerful processors, CPU, GPU, sometimes specialized ones. And then, of course, a display. That could be your phone screen or, special glasses or headsets.
And ways to interact, like touch or voice.
Touch, voice, gestures. Depends on the device.
Okay, so the hardware senses the world. What's the software doing? That sounds like the tricky part.
Yeah, the software is where a lot of the magic happens. You've got computer vision, CV. That lets the device see, recognize objects, find surfaces, understand the scene.
So it knows I'm pointing it at a table, not the floor.
Basically, yeah. And then there's this really crucial bit called SLAM.
SLAM.
Simultaneous localization and mapping. It's building a 3D map of the space around you while figuring out exactly where the device is within that map.
Ah, okay. So if I place a virtual vase on my real table...
It stays there. Even if you walk around the room, it looks like it's anchored to the spot. That's SLAM doing its job.
Clever.
And AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning are making all of this stuff, like object recognition and SLAM, much smarter and more reliable. Plus, they help with making interactions feel more natural.
Got it. Capture, process, understand, show it, interact. A loop.
Pretty much, yeah. That's the basic workflow.
Okay, so let's talk applications. This is where it gets really interesting. Where are we actually seeing AR make a difference?
Oh, all over the place. Gaming and entertainment is a big one, obviously.
Like Pokemon Go.
Exactly. That brought AR to, millions of people. And social media filters, Snapchat, Instagram. They use AR tech, too. They've pushed the technology forward, actually.
Definitely made it mainstream. What about, say, education or training?
Huge potential there. Think interactive textbooks, virtual science experiments you can do anywhere. Skills training, too.
Like for jobs?
Yeah, absolutely. The report mentions Boeing, for example. They used AR for wiring assembly guidance. They saw a 25% reduction in assembly time.
Yeah.
Because the instructions were right there, overlaid visually. Fewer errors, faster work. It makes complex things easier to grasp.
Wow, 25%. That's significant. Okay, what about shopping? I've heard about AR for retail.
Yeah, retail and e-commerce are really jumping on it. It helps solve the imagination gap.
Imagination gap.
Trying to picture if that sofa will really fit in your living room or what that shade of lipstick actually looks like on you.
Ah, right. Virtual try-ons?
Exactly. Like L'Oreal does for makeup. Or IKEA letting you place virtual furniture in your room using their app. It gives people more confidence to buy online.
Does it actually lead to more sales?
Apparently so. Shopify found that products with AR or 3D models had like a 94% higher conversion rate and fewer returns, probably.
Makes total sense. Okay, more critical areas. Healthcare.
Definitely. AR is being used for surgical planning and guidance, overlaying scans onto the patient, for instance.
Helping surgeons see better.
Precisely. Also for training medical students and things like vein visualization tools. AccuVein is one making it easier to find veins for injections or IVs. It's all about improving precision and hopefully patient outcomes.
High stakes there, so accuracy is key.
Absolutely. And that links to industry too, like manufacturing and logistics.
How so? Like the Boeing example?
Yeah, similar stuff. Assembly guidance, like Lockheed Martin reporting 30% faster work, but also remote assistance.
So an expert can see what a technician sees remotely.
Exactly. And guide them through a repair using AR annotations. ThyssenKrupp used it for elevator maintenance,
Hmm.
cut service call times way down. Quality control checks, too. It boosts efficiency and safety.
Just delivering info right when and where you need it.
That's the core benefit, yeah. Even navigation Google Maps has that AR walking direction feature.
Hmm.
Or AR for tourists, pointing out landmarks. More intuitive than just looking at the 2D maps sometimes.
It sounds incredibly promising across the board, but
Mm.
it's not perfect yet, right? What are the roadblocks, the challenges?
No, definitely not perfect. There are technical hurdles. Displays are still a big one. Getting a wide field of view, making it comfortable to look at. There's this thing called divergence accommodation conflict.
Uh-oh, sounds complicated.
It just means sometimes your eyes get confused focusing on the close-up virtual image and the real world further away.
Mm.
Can cause eye strain.
Okay, so display techniques work. What else?
Processing power is always a factor, especially for mobile AR. And battery life, naturally. Getting the tracking, the SLAM, to be super accurate in all kinds of environments is still tough, too.
And beyond the tech, any other concerns?
Oh, yeah. Ethical questions are huge. Privacy is a big one. These devices are constantly scanning the world around you. Security, too. What if someone hacks your AR view?
Yikes.
Accessibility is another thing. Cost can be a barrier.
Mm.
And making it work for people with disabilities. And, the potential for misinformation or manipulation through AR overlays. Lots to think about.
It's definitely complex issues. So despite the challenges, what's the outlook? Where's this heading?
The outlook is still really positive. Market growth forecasts are, frankly, huge, often predicting growth rates over 30% per year.
What's driving that?
Well, AI getting better helps a lot. Understanding seams, enabling natural language interaction. 5G rolling out means faster data, lower latency, which is great for AR. Hardware keeps getting smaller and more powerful. Software gets more sophisticated.
So are we close to like the iPhone moment for AR glasses, everyone wearing them?
That's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? We're not quite there yet. We still need breakthroughs, especially in optics, power efficiency, and cost, to get those sleek, all-day wear glasses people imagine. But progress is definitely being made.
Okay, so wrapping this up. Quite a journey for AR. From niche tech to something touching almost every industry.
It really is. And I think the key thing to consider moving forward is how this blending of our physical world and digital information is going to change things, our daily lives, how we work, how we interact.
A final thought for everyone listening then.
Yeah, think about this. As AR becomes more seamless, more integrated, where do you see it having the biggest impact? In your job, in your free time? What potential applications excite you the most? Or maybe what concerns you? It's definitely something worth pondering as this tech keeps evolving.